Before going on to the introduction of our problems in merchandising, let us have defined some new terms in terms of the corporations or what we call the merchandising activities with source documents in a full accounting cycle. Let's talk about equity. And when we're talking about equity, this is the residual value of a business assets after i-deduct natin yung liabilities. And we're treating this equity, it differs from the forms of business organization. Let's go first with the sole proprietorship. When we're talking about sole proprietorship, we compute the equity by what we have here, the owner's capital, beginning with the beginning capital, plus investment, plus profits minus withdrawal. If ever na meron siyang profit. Kung meron naman siyang net loss, so beginning capital plus investments minus profits minus withdrawals. That's how we get the capital. That's how we get the equity. When we're talking about partnerships, kada owner or part owner or co-owner, meron siyang computations for the capital. Okay? Now, for the partner's capital, it's just the same. Beginning capital plus investment plus profit. Ibig sabihin dito sa profit, sinishare or dinidivide yung net income minus withdrawals. Ang pinagkakaiba niya in terms of sole proprietorship ay isa lang yung computations nito. Okay? Ito, separate kasi nga partners sila. Okay? That's in the partnerships. When we're talking about corporations, we have here shareholders equity. Okay? Tinatawag dito ay equity or the owner's capital or the partner's capital. Sa corporations, ang version niya ay shareholders equity. Kasi nga, yung mga nagmamay-ari ng part ng owners or yung owners or ownerships ng business na yon ay ang mga shareholders. This composed of ordinary share capitals and retained earnings. Again, ordinary share capitals and retained earnings. I will not go with the definition first. Okay, let's define some terms before going on to ordinary share capitals and retained earnings. But here you get the idea that in shareholders equity there are two: ordinary share capital and retained earnings. Again, sole proprietorship and partnerships, we use the ownership's capital or owner's capital in our equity. In corporation, we use shareholders' equity. Now, we all know the difference between sole proprietorship, partnerships, corporations in terms of the discussion that we had in the past. But right now, let's review it again so that we can have a full grasp on our merchandising activities with source documents and a full accounting cycle. In a sole proprietorship, we have one owner. In a partnership, we have two or more partners or owners. A corporation can have what we call many owners. Okay? Meron tayong tinatawag na share of stock. Ang share of stock is like a tiny slice of ownership in a company. Okay? Ibig sabihin, we divide the ownership of a company into shares of stock. And when you buy a share, you become a part owner of that business. At ikaw ay tinatawag na shareholder. Let's look at this illustration first. Again, a share of stock is a tiny slice of ownership in a company. When you buy a share, you become a part owner of that business. Again, share of stock. Bumili ka ng isang part or isang tiny slice ng ownership sa isang company. And we can have this analogy by having this pizza. Ito yung pizza. To understand how it works, think of a company like a giant pizza. Instead of eating the pizza, the owners cut it into millions of equal tiny pieces called shares. Ibig sabihin, imagine nyo lang to, napakalaki nito. Tapos, kada isa nito, sinaslice niya. Okay? Now, ang ginawa niyang pag-slice, yung mga tiny pieces doon, ay tinatawag nating shares. Kita nyo dito? Shares ang tawag natin dito. Let me get my laser point. Shares ang tawag natin dito. Again, if you buy one of the slices in a giant pizza, okay, you buy a shares. Yung tawag natin doon ay shares. At kapag bumili ka ng shares doon or ang slice ng pizza doon, you own a fractional part of the pizza. Okay? And tatawagin kang shareholders or stockholders. Again, you are called shareholders or stockholders because bumili ka ng shares of stocks, okay? And therefore, ikaw na ay isa sa mga nagmamay-ari ng kumpanyang yon. Okay? Now, going back, let's have a comparison between partnerships and corporations because it's important. Now, in a partnership, you can form a contract with your partner. Ibig sabihin, kapag ikaw at ang kaibigan mo, nag-decide kayo na gumawa ng business, ang business nyo will exist because of your private agreement between the two of you. Ibig sabihin, it is created by consent. Hindi mo kailangan ng special law to give you permissions to para mag para to agree with each other, okay? If one partner leaves or dies, yun ang disadvantage, okay? The contract is broken and the business usually ends. Iba to kapag sa corporations. Sa corporations, it is created by the operations of law. Ibig sabihin nito, you cannot create corporations just by signing an agreement with your friends. Hindi ibig sabihin, gusto namin gumawa ng corporation, so pwede lang kaming gumawa. Hindi po. It is by operation of law. Ibig sabihin, kailangan mong state permissions. Kailangan mong maghingi ng permiso sa gobyerno para gumawa ka ng corporations. And you must file what we called a paperwork called Articles of Incorporations with the government agency. And then the government agency must review, approve, and issue a certificate of incorporation. And thus, the law literally brings a new separate legal person to life. Ibig sabihin, magkaiba ang business sa mga owners. Okay? They're completely different individuals. Okay? Parang consider na siya sa individual yung corporations. And again, it is a legal person to life that is completely independent of the owners. Okay? In partnership, hindi ka pwedeng mag-share ng stakes mo to strangers. Okay? But in corporations, you can. Ibig sabihin, part of that shares, okay, pwede mong ibenta sa ibang tao. Okay? Pero sa partnerships, hindi pwede. Once again, a corporation is created by operations of law rather than a contract. A corporation now is an artificial being or a judicial persons. Ibig sabihin, sa mata ng batas, isa na siyang individual na magkahiwalay doon sa mga tinatawag nating shareholders or stockholders. And since equity is divided into two, ito ang mga importanteng terms na kailangan nating malaman. Again, it is ordinary share capital and retained earnings. Anong ibig sabihin nito? Ang ordinary share capitals are the money invested by shareholders. Ibig sabihin, kapag ikaw gusto mong mag-invest doon sa business, okay, pwede kang mag-contribute ng money. And then if you contribute money because you buy a piece of shares or shares of stock in that company, tatawagin kang shareholders. Ano naman ang par value? Ang tinatawag nating par value is the assigned value of each share. 'Di ba sabi natin kanina, 'di ba, millions of slices of pizza. Magkano ang isang slices ng pizza na yon? Okay? We assign value of each share. Okay? Example, we have 100 per share or 100 par value. Ibig sabihin, isang slice ng pizza ay 100 pesos. At meron tayong 10 share. Ibig sabihin, 10 slices ng pizza. Ngayon, magkano ang ordinary share capital natin in total? 10 share or 10 slices of pizza, assuming na binili siya ng 10 tao since 10 share man, okay, multiplied by 100 per share, ibig sabihin, meron tayong 1,000 pesos na ordinary share capital. Of course, maliit lang talaga to, pero we're talking about millions kapag large corporations. Kaya kapag may nakita kayong ordinary share capital 100 pesos par, ibig sabihin nun, kada isang slices of pizza is worth 100 pesos. Pero dito sa ordinary share capital, wala kayong kailangan na tawag natin dito o nabawasan anything, ha. Of course, wala dito sa merchandising na kailangan bawasan. Pero in reality, pwede siyang mabawas basically by, if example, ako, part owner ako ng Jollibee, tapos nag-invest ako doon, bumili ako ng shares. Tapos ay sabi ko, ay ayoko na, parang gusto ko nang kunin yung shares ko, okay? Ay gusto ko nang ibenta. So ibig sabihin, pwedeng mabawas tong ordinary share capital, okay? Pero pwede din na ma-transfer din to siya. Ibang tao ang bibili ng shares mo. Okay? Now, again ha, ito yung ordinary share capital and we don't usually sa merchandising natin, hindi natin binabawasan ito. Pero andyan lang siya. Ano naman ang tinatawag nating retained earnings? Ito ang versions ng tinatawag nating, pwede ko ba masabing owner's equity? Yes. Or capital. Okay? Na, di ba, nagdadagdag man tayo doon ng profit. So, parang ito yung versions nun. Okay? So, a retained earnings is a profit kept in the business. So, ibig sabihin, ito ay yung kita. Okay? Ang ordinary share capital is the money invested. And by that tool, okay, nakagain sila ng profit or ng kita. Now, saan ginagamit ang retained earnings? Mainly dito sa dalawa. Okay? Again ha, yung ordinary share capital ay yung money invested. Yung retained earnings are the result of the business operations. Doon sa result sa business operation natin, let's say revenue minus expenses, meron tayong profit. Okay? Yung profit doon or yung kita doon, pwedeng gawin for business expansion or for growth or pwede ding ibayad doon sa mga shareholders. Let's go first with business expansions. Okay? Business expansions or growth. Okay? Ito ay yung profit na na-earn ng business. Therefore, yun naman talaga ang isa sa mga goal ng businesses, okay, para mag-expand for growth, okay? So, ibig sabihin, gagamitin lang yung pera for that particular purpose. Pangalawa, we also have this term dividends. Anong ibig sabihin ng dividends? Dividends is a profit that is being shared by the company or by the corporation to the shareholders. Okay? Ibig sabihin, again ha, ang dividends po ay yung profit, okay? Profit na ibinibigay ng corporations kasi meron silang kita. Ay itong kita natin, ibibigay natin doon sa mga shareholders natin. So, pwede yon. Ibig sabihin, binabawasan siya sa retained earnings. Again ha, pangalawa, okay? I mean, tama na yon. Okay? Again, retained earnings, the two purpose of this one is for business expansions or growth. Or pangalawa, is for paying dividends. Ano yung dividends? Ito po yung binabayad ng company or yung part ng profit na ibinibigay doon sa mga shareholders or mga stockholders. And therefore, binabawasan natin to doon sa retained earnings. Okay, katulad ng ginagawa natin sa owner's capital. 'Di ba binabawasan na tawag natin do binabawasan natin siya nung tinatawag nating um, withdrawals. Okay, tapos dinadagdagan natin doon kapag meron tayong net income. Okay? So, yun ang pero ibang hindi siya pwedeng matawag na owner's capital. Tatawagin natin siyang retained earnings or yung shareholders equity. Okay? Again, dividends comes from profit, not the owner's original investment. Now, yung tanong dito ngayon is, um, bakit kukunin sa retained earnings eh hindi doon sa ordinary share capital? Okay? Yung dividends po ay nanggaling or result from the profit itself. Hindi dahil sa kinuha doon sa money invested. Kaya dapat kukunin siya doon sa retained earnings at hindi dapat siya kukunin doon sa ordinary share capital. Kasi it comes from the profit. Again, dividends come from the profit and not the owner's original investment. Kaya binabawasan siya dapat sa retained earnings.